We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Allen going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because When you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
They'll run for it. Cook. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Bills had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Allen to throw it. And complete. Right side to Cook. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They go play action here on 1st down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll drop to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Alert, alert, alert! Look out!
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the Dolphins' 34-yard line.
Here's Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Third down and 13.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Dolphins 7, Bills 3.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Middle, 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 middle.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Go, check. Ready.
H-Chan here, they stay on the ground. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Flushed out right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. The slot man in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
At the 3, here's second and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Allen. It's caught by Davis.
And Davis will have a Bills first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Throwing now is Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Hey, Crash.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Dolphins 21, Bills 3.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Allen. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Allen going to try and throw on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Allen. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll look to throw here.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3rd and 2.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 24.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Alert, alert, alert.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 31-yard
To the air, Allen. And this one's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Flush to his right.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because, CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
19 Lions. Ready.
They'll set up a throw.
Going right back to Fant.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
They'll look to throw.
At the Bills' 24-yard line.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not